I recently took a trip to America to visit my family and friends. It's been so long since I've been back, and I was so happy to see everyone and travel around. Before I went back, I was looking for a good pair of over-the-ear headphones with noise canceling, because I knew the flight back to the States from Japan would be at least 12 hours, and with layovers and connecting flights, even longer. Plus the engine, people talking, and babies crying would annoy the heck out of me. I can never sleep on airplanes, so I usually just watch a bunch of movies on my iPad or listen to music. I have the original AirPods and a pair of old Sony wired headphones, but I knew those would not be good enough to block out all the noises. I had always wanted a pair of the AirPods Max ever since they came out back in 2020, but they are just outrageously expensive here in Japan. 84,800 yen, which is close to about $600, and now while the yen is so weak here, they're almost $700. So I looked at the Sony XM5s, Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra, Sennheiser Momentum 4s, Beat Studio Pros, Bowers & Wilkins PX7S2, and the Sonos Ace. I kept going to all the electronic stores, testing each headphone constantly, and while they all sounded good and had good noise cancellation, nothing compared to the sound and the noise cancellation on the AirPods Max. The Sonos Ace came very close, and so did the Beats. But with the AirPods Max, music felt more alive with a good amount of width to the soundstage, with crystal clear sound without any distortion at all, no matter the volume level. I could hear each distinct instrument clearly, and they sounded separated with distance, not bunched together like other headphones make them, if that makes any sense. They also brought out the vocals more, making them crystal clear. For instance, listening to Aaron Lewis live on the Sonos Ace, Beats, or other headphones, he sounded good, but I felt like they couldn't produce his high notes as distinct and as clear as the Maxes could.
That's been so cold. Look in my face. All the stories it will tell, I can't erase. The road is long. Just one more song, a little something to remind you when I'm gone, when I'm gone. That's been so cold. Look in my face. All the stories it will tell, I can't erase. The road is long. Just one more song, a little something to remind you when I'm gone, when I'm gone. That's been so cold. Look in my face. All the stories it will tell, I can't erase. that's been so cold. Look in my face. All the stories it will tell, I can't erase. The road is long. Just one more song, a little something to remind you when I'm gone, when I'm gone. That's been so cold. Look in my face. All the stories it will tell, I can't erase. The road is long. Just one more song, a little something to remind you when I'm gone, when I'm gone. That's been so cold. Look in my face. All the stories it will tell, I can't erase. The road is long. Just one more song, a little something to remind you when I'm gone, when I'm gone. That's been so cold. Look in my face. All the stories it will tell, I can't erase. The road is long. Just one more song, a little something to remind you when I'm gone, when I'm gone. That's been so cold. Look in my face. All the stories it will tell, I can't erase. The road is long. Just one more song, a little something to remind you when I'm gone, when I'm gone.
With the AirPods Max, I could feel his power, and it sounded as if I was at a live concert with him singing right in front of me. With spatial audio on, it sounded even more amazing. The noise canceling was also top notch. Just push the button and things got all quiet. Much better than the Aces or the Beats can do.
Walked away, someone else would have never stayed. Sure as hell, someone else would have left me a long, long time ago. Oh, someone else would have called my bluff, saying I ain't even worth it, worth it.
But the problem was, I didn't want to spend $700 for a pair of headphones. That's a lot of money. So the AirPods Max were a no-go, and the Sonos Aces here cost 74,800 yen, which is about $540, so those were out also. So, because I'm in the Apple ecosystem and I have an iPad, an iPhone, plus an Apple Watch Ultra, I set my eyes on the Beat Studio Pros. Here in Japan, they're 44,770 yen, which is about $311, which I could justify. So I kept going to the store testing them, and I thought they had a little bit too much bass and sounded distorted at high volumes, but the noise canceling was spot on. To purchase them, but deep down, I really wanted the AirPod Maxes. When my wife came to me and said, "Why don't you check the prices in the States when you go? Maybe they're cheaper over there." I jumped online and I checked Amazon and Best Buy. $549 for a new pair. Still quite expensive. But then I noticed Best Buy has refurbished ones for only $339. Hey, that's pretty cheap. I never bought anything refurbished though, so I read through all the comments and pretty much everyone said they came in the original box and were like brand new. So I took a chance and ordered them. The problem was though, they'd be shipped to my parents' home and I wouldn't have them to use on my flight back to America. Alright, no problem I thought. I'll use my AirPods and Sony wired headphones flying there and use the AirPod Maxes on my trip back home. Plus, I can use the Maxes here in Japan to listen to music when I'm out in the city and to watch movies while I'm at break at work on my iPad. Best decision I've made in a long time. Using my AirPods and Sony headphones on my flight sucked, but when I got to my parents' house and received my AirPods Maxes, I felt like a little kid on Christmas. I was so excited. And they did in fact come in the original box and were just like new. Not a single scratch on them or the case. They're perfect. We took a road trip to Tennessee to see my grandpa and I brought them along with me. I used them listening to music and watching movies. The active noise cancellation was so good, it cut out all the road noise and my parents talking in the background. On my flight home, flying from Florida to Texas, I was sitting right behind the wing and the engine noise was extremely loud and very annoying. But the AirPods Maxes were able to pretty much eliminate that sound and allow me to enjoy all my music. Flying from Texas back to Japan, the flight was loud with babies crying, people talking behind me, and the engine noises which annoyed the heck out of me. But with the Maxes on, all those sounds were almost completely gone, so I was able to enjoy my music and movies with amazing high quality sound. I wore them for almost my entire flight, and they didn't bother me at all. And because the active noise canceling was so good, I was actually able to get some sleep for the first time ever on a flight. When I got back to Japan, I signed up for Apple Music and been blown away by the audio quality of the Maxes. It brings all the old music I listened to from the 80s and 90s to life, and new music also. Everything is crystal clear with absolutely no distortion at any volume level, and it has just the right amount of bass to give my music that extra punch I like, but not overly done, and just the right amount of treble without sounding too tinny. I like using spatial audio because I feel it makes the music sound all around you, with instruments coming from different angles and the singer sounding like they're literally right in front of you. And the soundstage with these headphones is huge. I can hear instruments often sounding like they're far away, or background singers sounding like they're off in the distance. It's almost as good as listening to my music on my Sony HT-A9 home theater in Dolby Atmos. And watching movies on them is good as well, with spatial audio creating surround sound like Dolby Atmos, placing sounds all around you and in the distance, making them sound far away. I was watching Twisters and I was shocked how the AirPods Max made it actually sound like the tornado was all around me, with objects flying high above me. Opening race scene of Ready Player One sounds just as good on the Maxes than a home theater. I kid you not, it sounds just amazing. And that's just streaming it on my iPad. Watching shows and movies on Apple TV with dedicated spatial audio and Dolby Atmos sounds even better. The AirPods Maxes have been out since 2020, But recently, Apple released a refresh some are calling the AirPods Maxes 2, with some new colors and a USB-C port. But that's it. No new H2 or H3 chip. No improved noise canceling or sound quality. No adaptive transparency, voice isolation, or Siri interaction. It's just the exact same headphones with a USB-C and new colors. And many people are upset at Apple for this, but I say, who cares? The AirPods Maxes are still some of the very best over-the-ear headphones around, with the very best audio quality for Bluetooth headphones. No competition has compared to them yet, not even the Sonos Ace, which really tried. I personally could care less about the USB-C. To me, they are already perfect. I could care less about the horrible Brawl case for them, which is why I bought a UAG case, but that's just one small thing. I say, if these headphones aren't broke, don't fix them. Let me know what you guys think of the AirPods Maxes and the updated version in the comments section down below, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.